Good morning. Now, it's Sunday. Many of you probably aren't going to work out today. This will be the day that you take off, which is understandably, but like I told you yesterday, on the weekends is usually when I take the time to get a good workout in. And since the fact that I'm training for a Savage race in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago I ran 3 miles. Last week I ran 5 miles down the beach. Today I was going to run 7 miles. So today I want to talk to you about your mind and self-sabotage. Now, you can apply this to any area in your life, but we're talking about your health and your weight here. Everything comes from your mind, and when it relates to exercising, this is how I realized what I was doing to myself. I never liked running. I know the benefits of running, long distance running and sprinting. If you know the difference between long distance runners, most of them are kind of skinny. Sprinters are muscular, using different types of muscles, doing that same type of exercise. I've always tried to run. Everybody's running. There's people that run marathons, for crying out loud. I just can't imagine running for 26 miles. You know, you run in the military. And so I know there's a benefit to it. And like I described the other day, you know, our bodies were designed to run. We were designed to be able to run from predators. So I always had it in my mind that because some people say that running's bad for you, it's bad for the joints, all the impact. So that was my mindset because I didn't like running. So I took that ideology, and every time I ran, problems with my knee, problems with my Achilles tendon, my ankles, and then I finally said, you know what? I've got it in my mind that I'm supposed to be hurt after I run. And I said, I've got to change that. My body, your body is amazing. It heals itself. When you get cut, it closes up. It's when your bones break, it heals. The only reason why you go to a doctor when you break a bone is so he could set it and make it straight and put a cast on it for you. But if your bone broke and it wasn't crooked, it would grow back together without you going to the doctor. You would have to, you know, minus the pain, but you can control that too. That's a little bit more difficult. But it's in our head. So once I got that straight, once I said, you know what, that running is, my body is built for running. My body loves it. My body craves it. And it helps my body to be stronger. Ever since then, I never run. Now, I wrap up. I put ankle, knee braces and everything on when I run. Now, I had fallen twice within the past, I don't know, 6, 7 months because I was running in the dark, and one time I was trying to turn my flashlight on, twisted my ankle. You know, I had been struggling. I'm comfortable with my weight, but I wanted to lose some weight. And every time I started to make some progress again here, something would happen. I twisted my ankle, and so I fell off the wagon a little bit. So again, I'm starting to make some progress. Yesterday, I twisted my ankle working out in the backyard. Didn't dawn on me then because I was working. I stepped down into a hole, I slipped, and twisted my ankle. Of course, I wouldn't do that on purpose. How can you set that up? I don't know how many of you are familiar with the law of attraction and how things happen because of what you really think and feel. So, and I had been thinking about aches and pains and stuff, and I'm grateful, I'm thankful that I don't have them, and then there I have an injury. Luckily, it feels much better today. I got off of it real quick. I iced it down. Last time I did it, I continued to run, which made it worse, and it took about a week for the swelling to go down. So afterwards, I'm thinking to myself, how did I do that? How did I say I'm making progress on my weight again? I've got this, I was going to go on a 7-mile run today, but I figured it's better if I don't push it on my ankle. And because I've learned to take full responsibility for everything that happens to me in my life, good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter how it happens. I say, how did I create that? Somewhere down the line, with my thinking and my actions, I drew that to me somehow. Maybe true, maybe not. But that makes me feel like I'm in control. That there's no outside sources controlling me. So don't let your mind control you that you should be overweight or you shouldn't exercise for a certain reason. If you can change that up here. One of the reasons why people lose weight and then they gain it back. Now, there's several reasons. One of the biggest reasons is because they go on this huge diet and they overdo it, and then they hit the goal, and then they go right back to their old habits. The other reason is you have the same thing with money and in business and the money you earn. It's the same thing with your weight. You have a thermostat. You have a vision of how you see yourself. Now, if you don't change that vision up here, but you change the outside, everything that's in your mind, you have to make that come true. Now, what that means is, like, for example, if you think someone hates you, you will find evidence to substantiate that because you believe it. That's why when I got into this whole political thing, you know, people will find evidence to substantiate and prove what they believe, or else they would go crazy, right? So it's the same thing with your weight. If you start losing weight and you're getting healthy and you're feeling fit, but you still see yourself as that overweight person in your mind, you're going to do things subconsciously to get back to that vision because that's the vision in your mind. So change your thoughts, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. That's why mindset is so huge in whatever you do, especially your weight. You have to see yourself. Don't get comfortable. You know, it kind of upsets me when people say, you know, big is beautiful. Sure, be happy with yourself, but if you need to change for health reasons, and if you've thought about it, if it bothers you, if it's on your mind that you need to get healthier, then you've got to do it because God's awesome. He gave us free will. We didn't come here to do things a certain way. We came here to experience a contrast and challenges and to use our mind. That's what separates us from any other living being on the earth. So if you think it, you can do it. You wouldn't have that thought if you couldn't. So if you think you need to lose weight and get healthy, you can do it. And you should. You have to. Because it's in there. You just got to figure out a way. It's one of the challenges and the beauties and the deliciousness of life about being here is to accept that challenge. It doesn't have to take, it doesn't have to be all you are and your whole life, because you have to have a balance in life, and your health is one of them. So make sure, take time. I'm a big proponent of meditating. There's different types of meditation, and don't have a paradigm on meditation. Look into it, reach out to me, and I'll give you my definition of meditation and how it's helped me. But you got to change those thoughts if you want to start getting healthy. Don't self-sabotage yourself. It's like a hypnosis. I do it, man. I'm sitting there eating, and before I know it, I've eaten a whole bowl or a whole bag of something, and I'm just like, what the heck? It still happens to me. I still have to stay in control of that. So if that's one of your problems, don't feel like you're alone. But don't self-sabotage. And we don't see it. We don't know what we don't know. That's why it's good to have someone to reach out to, accountability, coaching, to point out those things we don't see that we're doing wrong. So if you're relaxing today, relax, take your day off. But I wanted to give you that piece of information. So going in tomorrow, start next week, because a lot of times when we start, I'll start Monday. Monday is when I'll start. Actually, when's the best time now? But if you're going to start your regimen, if I'm getting to you, if I'm finally starting to get to some of you, and you're ready to get going, and you can say, I'm going to do it Monday, plan your work and work your plan. So I'm not going to share it with you today. I've got plenty of tools and things that I'll share with you free The daily plan that I work out, and I'll show you. I mean, if you go to the onedaydiet.com, you can get it there under stuff you need. The video's there to show you how to fill it out, how to get it, and everything if you want to get started. But don't let your mind sabotage you. Don't get in a comfort zone. Many of you know what I'm talking about. You've done it with relationships or with work or whatever. It's all the same thing. It's up here that controls all this. And being healthy is just part of it. You know, it's hard to enjoy things when you're not healthy. I'm watching, both my neighbors are sick. My daughter's sick. My little brother's mother's sick. And I'm just grateful, knock on wood, that the way I eat, I manage to. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not going to get that because I've built up my immunity system. So it's hard to enjoy life, especially, you know, injuries. It's put you out of the game. I mean, I can still lift and stuff. I'm still working on my pull-ups. But I could go on all day about this. The mindset, the mind, your mind. You got to see it. You've got to vision it. You've got to vision yourself as this person, and then your body will start taking over. Your mind will start taking over to get you to that vision that you see. But you got to believe it. You got to feel it. You got to feel that you need to be healthy. And sometimes that's what I do. I just feel it right now. It's starting to vibrate in my body. It makes you feel alive. So just do it. You plan it out. Vision it. If you need some help, reach out to me. You got to stay on track. Your health is one of the most important things to you and your family. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.